For this piano tutorial, we'll be learning the song Fill Me Up by Tasha Cobbs in the key of A flat major. And I had received this song as a song request in one of my previous videos, so feel free to leave your comments with any song requests in the comment section down below, okay? And for those of you asking me about this software, this program that I use to show the chord names, all of that information is down below in the description box, okay? So this song is pretty simple in that it only has like 4 or 5 main chords to the song, but what I'm going to do is share different passing chords, different substitutions that I use in my approach. But basically I want you guys to learn them and apply them to different songs. That way you can expand your musical vocabulary and put into practice the different chords that you learn, okay? So this song starts off with a simple progression starting on the 1, going to the 6, but using a passing chord in between. Right, we're on the 1 passing chord, sorry, and then the 6. We use the same passing chord and go back to the 1. And the chords are very basic. I'm just using add 2 voicings, right? In this case, the passing chord that we are using is a 5, an E flat major add 2 over the 7, which is G. Then we land on that 6 chord, which is the F minor. In this case, I like to include that add 4 or add 11, which is that B flat note right here. Now, when we analyze that passing chord, we realize that we have different options. We don't necessarily have to go to the 7 as a passing chord before the 6. We can also use something like the 3. Right, because the 3 is the secondary dominant of the 6, or basically in simpler terms, the 3 or C is the 5 over the 6. So it's an easy or a go-to passing chord before the 6. Now for the 3, we can use this voicing, right, a C minor 7, or any voicing that has a similar chord quality, or we can even use something like this, a C altered, all right? This chord right here. Now, let's see how they sound with this these different passing chords. Right? It works out right there. Now let's use the altered chord. Right? Now, if we move on to the rest of the song, we notice that the melody of the song tends to open up slightly more. So let's try to accommodate the chords to the melody. So it goes something like this. You provide your spirit, right? It opens up slightly. So this F minor that we are playing now, it's slightly more open. Same with that passing chord that we did before. Instead of playing it down here, we're now playing it up here. Same for that A flat chord. Instead of playing here, we're playing either here or here, right? Right, and you can notice how I include different grace notes as well that gives sort of your own personality to the song. It's sort of mimicking the voice of the singer. So what I did here, right, I played that last melody sort of as if I was singing with the piano. Right. And if you include it with chords, it sounds way better. All right. Now, once we are approaching the chorus of the song, which is where it goes fill me up, we basically substitute one of the chords in this progression. Instead of going back to the 6, we go to the 4. So let's play in this part of the song. You provide your spirit. So this is where we're going to the chorus. And now now we'll open up inside. This is where we go into the 4 chord instead of the 6. So I did a passing chord before the 6. Before the 4. So, and now we'll open up inside. Now for this 4 chord, I'm keeping it simple, just playing a C major 9, voicing, fill me up, God. Then it's a 6, fill me up, 3, fill me up, 4, fill me 5, fill me 6. And it's basically that same progression cycled all over again. So 4, then a 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, and then a 5, okay? Now, since we know that it's only like a 4 chord progression, we can include different passing chords as well. So let's see what happens when we include a passing chord before the 6. So we started on the 4, right? And I will open up inside, fill me up, God. So here I included that same passing chord that we did before, remember? Right before the 6, we included this altered chord. So let's include it as well here. So fill, and I will open up inside, fill me up, God, fill me up, God, fill me up, God. Here I included again, following that same theory of secondary dominance, I included a passing chord before the 4, and I included it on the 1. Here it's an A flat 9 13, and then for the 1 I resolved it like this, a C sharp 6 9, okay, something like this. So fill me up, God, fill me up, 3 1 1 4, sorry, fill me, and then 5, fill me 6, fill me 3 3 1 4. All right, so let's include even more passing chords. Let's include one right before the 5, using the same secondary dominant concept. The 5 of 5 is the 2, okay? So the 5 of E flat is B flat. So let's include a B flat minor right before the 5. So fill me up, God, fill me up, God, fill. This is the 2, and then we're on the 5. And for the 5, we can even do substitution. So instead of playing this voicing, we can substitute it by playing over a 7, something like this. So fill me up, God, fill me up. And now that we're on the 7, we have even more options, okay? Instead of playing just a 3 before the 6, right? Fill me up, God, we can do a 7 3 6 progression before the 6, okay? I hope I'm not going too fast, but if I am, you can rewind the video and slow it down. That way you can capture all of these chords, as well as at the end of the video I'll play through the whole song uninterrupted so you can get a better grasp to it, okay? So we were here, instead of playing a 3 onto the 6, we can do a 7-3-6 progression, so something like this, and even maintain the melody of the song. Fill me up, God. You see? So 7-3. It's still a 3, but a different inversion, and then a 6. Fill me up, God. Fill me up, God. 7, 3, 6. You see, I did a different inversion to the same progression. Instead of playing a G half diminished as my 7, I included a G minor 7 as my 7, and then that 3 augmented in this case, or altered, and then that 6 minor 7. Okay, now before we move on to the part where I play the whole song, there's another passing chord that I want you guys to learn before the 6. All right, we learned that passing chord from the 3 or even from the 7, right, to the 6, or 3 to the 6, but there's a different one going from the flat 7, right? It sounds a little bit more jazzy, I guess, a jazzier type of voicing, but it also works out. So let's see how it sounds if we do something like this. Fill me up, God. Fill me up. Fill me up, God. You see, so I included this chord right here and then landed on the 6. But how do we form this chord in the easiest way possible? The way that I'm thinking about this chord is I'm playing the flat 7, which is F sharp, and then I add a minor 7th with my left hand, and my left hand is basically done. Now my right hand, I'm dedicating it to playing the 1 chord in whichever voicing. We can even add, let's say I add 2. Let's stay away from the major 9th or major 7th and just keep it with that add 2, and when we combine them, we get this chord right here. It's a F sharp 9, 13, sharp 11. Okay, you can capture it from the screen. Okay, so it's basically a 1 over flat 7, 1 over flat 7, and that's the passing chord before the 6. It even works out as a substitution for the 3 in the 7-3-6 progression, right? So fill me up, right? Something like that. Instead of doing that, we can do fill me up, God, or fill me up, God, fill me up, God, right? Something like that. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is play through the whole song uninterrupted. That way, if I play something new, you guys can slow down the video and capture those chords.